Quiet, we're about to open court in a minute. 36th District Court is back in session with the Honorable Raeigen Evans presiding while court's in session. There's no walking around, talking, reading, eating, sleeping, smoking. As I said, when your name is called, please give your full and undivided attention to the court. Once again, good morning, Your Honor.
Okay. This is, okay, I'm gonna call the case. Normally I say let the attorney speak first, but I guess people don't listen to me. So how about you say your name first and then let the attorney say their name. All right, this is the People versus Javante Robinson, ticket number SP 1370292, count 1, drive while license suspended. Wait, no, this is not what I wanted to call. I'm sorry. I wanted to call Zion Rochester to get Officer Hale out. So give me one moment, please.
I'm gonna ask everyone one more time. Please eliminate your noise background. Ms. Dandridge, Ms. Dandridge, Ms. Dandridge.
Here.
You got to eliminate your noise because we're taking a record and I have to hear. I have to.
All right, this is the People versus Zion Richardson. Rochester, rather, Zion Rochester, ticket number P1322379, count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license not in person. Good morning, please say your names for the record, starting with Officer Hale.
I'd be Police Officer Kyle Hale, Detroit Police Department, 8th Precinct, badge 868.
Your Honor, my name is Daniel Wazak with Zion Rochester. Will you tell the judge your name?
Zion Rochester.
Your Honor, he is requesting a new court date. He has a temporary permit, but he wants to get his hard copy license.
Yes.
All right, how much time are you asking for, Mr. Wazak?
Judge, 30 days is way plenty. Because he's already got the permit. It's just when it comes in the mail.
Yeah.
February 23rd?
That'll work.
That's fine.
Okay, are we adjourning this for another bench trial or just?
No, we're adjourning for another pre-trial, Judge, please.
Yeah.
All right, so then Officer Hill does not need to be present. So you're gonna come back February 23rd at 8:35.
Okay.
All right, so you're all set, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Hill.
Thank you.
Okay, this is the People versus Eric Robertson. Did I find his file? One moment. I can't find it. Here it is. Edward Robertson, ticket number P1385937, count 1, failed to secure load. Good morning, please say your name for the record.
I'm Daniel Wazak with the defendant. Mr. Robertson, will you tell the judge your name, please?
Edward Robertson.
Your Honor, Mr. Robertson is prepared to plead guilty to the charge. I have conferred with Assistant Corporation Counsel. They have approved a delayed sentence.
All right, raise your right hand, Mr. Robertson. Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. You've had an opportunity to speak to your attorney, Mr. Wazak, in private about your case and your rights.
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value in exchange for your guilty plea today?
No.
You're pleading of your own free will?
Yes.
You're pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving your right to trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're waiving your right to trial, you still wish to continue with your guilty plea?
Yes.
I'm going to direct your attention to the date of September 1st, 2022 at 4:11 p.m. On that date and time, were you at or near West Davidson and Wildermere in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you driving a 2019 Dodge Ram vehicle?
Yes.
And did you fail to secure a load on that vehicle?
Yes.
You're satisfied, Mr. Wozniak?
Yes, Judge, I am. Thank you.
All right, the court is off, you got. The court is also satisfied with the factual basis, will accept the admission and will proceed with sentencing. So, Mr. Robertson, there's gonna be a $200 fine because this is a 3-month delayed sentence. You have 3 months to pay this fine and you can't get any more tickets during this time.
Okay.
So essentially just no further police contact. So no tickets, you pay the fine. When you come back on your next court date of May 10th at 8:35, this will be dismissed off your record if you've done all those things.
Okay.
Did you have-
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
is it possible that I can get a later time that date?
No, I mean, we set everything at 8:35. What's the latest you can show up?
Well, can it be 2 o'clock?
No.
Okay, all right,
No. It has to be in the morning.
okay.
Can you wake up that early? You did it this time. I think you can.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem getting up. It's just that I gotta see my wife off to work.
Okay, well, what time does she go to work? Can you make it back in time? I mean, if you're a little late, we'll accommodate you.
Well, she have to be to work at 2 o'clock.
Okay, well, then you can't get, okay, just get up in the morning and do the case.
I don't know how to work my equipment. I had to get my daughter to help me on this.
But then get her to help you on that day.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you'll be all right. See you then.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. Are we ready on, we're ready on Roblero?
Think so, Your Honor.
Ramirez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Luna here, Your Honor.
All right, this is, the People versus Gilder, Ramirez, Roblero, ticket number U 630131122. Count 1, offer to engage the services of another for an act of prostitution. Good morning, please say your name to the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ida Spahich on behalf of Mr. Hilder Ramirez Roblero, who is present and seated to my left. Judge, we have no objection to Zoom proceedings. Mr. Ramirez Roblero, please state your full name for the record.
Gilder Giovanni Ramirez Roblero.
This matter was set for trial, Ms. Spahich, and the officer failed to appear. Do you have a motion?
Yes, Judge, we're asking for this case to be dismissed.
And I'm sorry, I should have called you sooner. I'm so
No,
sorry.
Judge, it's perfectly okay.
Okay.
It's perfectly okay. I got to meet another attorney when we were in the breakout room. We caught up, so it's not a bad morning, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So this matter is dismissed without prejudice. You're all set, Mr. Ramirez Roblero. Good luck to you.
Thank- Thank you so much, Judge. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Ms. Horn.
Thank you, Ms. Bynum. All right, this is the People versus Javante Robinson, ticket number P 1370292. Count 1, drive while license suspended. I'm sorry, count 1, drive while license suspended. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. And that is it. Good morning, please say your name for the record.
Good morning, Judge. I'm Daniel Wozniak on his behalf. Ms. Robinson, will you tell the judge your name, please?
Javante Robinson.
Your Honor, this matter is set for show cause. He is requesting a pretrial date. He wants to compile appropriate documents.
Okay, so also he has some tickets that are in warrant status. Would you like for me to set those for pretrial as well?
Yes, Judge, we'll waive
I'll-
reading of the charges and stand mute.
Already did it. Already went to the court to get them lifted.
No. Okay. But they're not on the docket, so.
Mr. Robinson, do you have a court date for those other tickets?
Yes, it says February 21st, 2023.
Okay, so we'll just put everything for that day.
I agree, Judge. Thank you. First, at 8:35.
You said February 21st at 8:35?
Yeah, you said you already have a date set for that?
Yes, it's something, I can't really read, but,
How about, I'll look, I'll do that.
oh,
Edward Robertson, you're free to disconnect. Edward Robertson.
All right, thank you.
So, oh, no, I do. I'm sorry. Yeah, 8:30, February 21st. You have an arraignment of the bench warrant. So I'm gonna just set this matter for a pretrial on February 21st at 8:35 as well. All right?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I'm working on trying to figure out with Pennsylvania, because they had put a hold on my license, which caused it to be suspended. I'm trying to get my license back straight, and I think I owe a lot of money, and I just need time to be able to get it straight because I lost my job due to COVID, and I just started working. It's only my second week, and it caused me to be backed up $4,000 on rent, and just almost lost my place. And I'm trying to catch up so I can get everything taken care of.
May I, Judge? Mr. Robinson, if you'll do whatever you can in the meantime, come back on February 21st, show whatever progress you've made in terms of making payments or whatever you've done to try and get it cleared up. And then the Judge Evans will deal with that on February 21st. And she'll remember that you were here today and you told her about your COVID situation and what it caused, okay?
Okay, I just don't want to get backed up no more than I have to because I'm working real hard to try to catch back up.
Anything you need to do about your driver's license, please contact the Michigan Secretary of State. They will give you a complete checklist of everything you need to do to get your license back, okay?
Okay,
Thank you, sir. Secretary of State's your next stop. Thanks.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Janice Ragland, ticket number SP 889007, count 1, drove a license not valid or proper license, count 2, improper plates, ticket number P941119, count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license, not a person, count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. And then there's another ticket for the exact same charges, but it's from 2014. Ticket number P127988. Count 1, failed to display valid operator's license, not a person, and count 2, no insurance misdemeanor.
Your Honor, turn around real quick on behalf of Ms. Janice Ragland. Ms. Ragland, state your name.
Janice Ragland.
Your Honor, we would ask for a pretrial date to allow my client some time to try to straighten out this matters. With respect to the last ticket you called, though, I would request a dismissal as though I think they're past the deadline. It was a 2014 ticket, so let's have 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 23. We're looking at 9 years. I can't hear you, Your Honor. You're low.
I was saying it's 9 years. Okay, that last ticket, those matter of ticket number P127988, you stipulate to proper cause.
So stipulate.
All right, those matters are dismissed without prejudice. I'll set a pretrial for these matters for February 23rd at 8:35.
Did you hear that, Ms. Ragland?
Yes.
So go ahead and get as much as you can done on that date, before that.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right, you're all set.
Okay.
And Mr. Rucker, did you see my, I know you were on the record.
Oh, I see it now. I got you, Ms. Horn. How you doing?
Okay. Good. I'm very well. How are you, Mr. Rucker?
Good, okay. As soon as I finish this, I'll go talk with him. I see it.
Okay, you see, Doss, I don't know if you both are handling it, but I think Mr. Wyzek was interested in a adjournment for her to get insurance.
Okay, good. I was just going down the list trying to get everybody out. Okay.
And then DeQuez Reed, I'll move to dismiss all 3 charges that are on the docket for today.
Okay, good.
He does have a 21 to 25 mile per hour over that defaulted last year in June. And he owes $216 on that.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right, this is the people versus Torian Durham, ticket number P138524, count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Good morning, please say your names for the record.
Torian Durham.
Tyron Ruck on behalf of Torian Durham.
All right, there's a recommendation for dismissal. You stipulate the proper cause, Mr. Rucker.
So stipulate, Your Honor.
Matters dismissed without prejudice. You are all set. Ms. Durham, good luck to you.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, I just wanted to make sure, I think she has some civil infractions. I just don't want her to forget about that. I believe.
does.
Okay,
That's why that was dismissed. Yes, 2 civil infractions. So you need to make sure you pay those, Ms. Durham.
Okay.
This is
And
the people- Go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. One more thing, Mr. Rucker. Mr. Dequez Reed also has an improper equipment that defaulted on that same ticket. And he owes 144. So 144 plus 216 on the civil infractions.
okay.
And that's Dequez Reed, but we're dismissing his misdemeanors today. We're moving for dismissal with the court's approval. Thank you, Judge.
Aaron Dandridge, ticket number P138095, count 1, drive-by license suspended. Good morning, please say your name for the record.
Daniel Wozak on behalf of the defendant. Ms. Dandridge, will you please open your microphone and tell the judge your name?
Ms. Dandridge is muted, and I think she's frozen. Who do we call her matter?
Yes, Judge,
Dandridge?
she's just
Aaron
requesting.
Dandridge.
Your Honor, Ms. Dandridge is requesting a new date. She's going to try and clear up her driver's license and bring it with her when she comes back.
Does she want to set this for a trial or a pre-trial?
A pretrial would be sufficient, Judge.
Okay, we'll come back February 23rd at 9 o'clock. 8:35, sorry, 8:35. Yes, ma'am.
Is there any way that I can have another date? I have a court date on that day.
The 24th?
That's fine.
All right, so come back February 24th at 8:35.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna give you a pre-trial stamp. All right, this is the people versus Devin Rogers, ticket number SP1319155, count 1, drove a license not valid or improper license. Good morning, please say your name for the record.
Devon Rogers.
I'm Daniel Wozak on his behalf, Judge.
And is Robert Johnson in here? Officer Johnson, can you go back to room 2? I'm sorry. I sent you a chat, but I don't think he hears me.
Officer Johnson, he's on, wait, Officer Johnson, can you say your name for the record? He's on this matter we're calling right now.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that. Officer Robert Johnson, badge number 783, Detroit Police Department.
Mr. Wozak, how does your client wish to proceed?
Judge, I'm trying to find my notes on Mr. Rogers.
So it's a drove while license not valid. I'm sure the offer is a fail to display unless he wants to go to trial.
Mr. Rogers.
Your Honor, if I may, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I spoke with Mr. Rogers. He now has a current license. His license is valid.
And when does it expire?
2026.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Rogers. Okay, no objection, Your Honor.
You stipulate the proper cause, Mr. Rucker?
So stipulate.
All right, this matter is dismissed without prejudice, as Mr. Rogers does have valid documentation. You are all set, Mr. Rogers. Good luck to you.
May I interject for a second? There were, thank you, ma'am. Well, there were other tickets on the same map, and I was trying to get the expired registration and everything dismissed because, I have the paperwork, I have the insurance, registration, but I see that they're not on the docket.
Because they're in default.
So what that means, do you understand that, Mr. Rogers?
Can you clarify, please?
That means it was a civil infraction, so you had so long to object to it or ask the court for a hearing. That time has expired, so in other words, you own the tickets as default. There's nothing you can do really after it defaults, except you're responsible for the amount or sum that the tickets are because you waited outside the timeline to fight it, if you will.
You had three
Okay.
other tickets.
I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't hear you very low.
You had three other tickets. You're correct, but
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Rucker is telling you you missed that window to either you could have either requested a hearing or you could have paid the ticket. You missed that window.
I was unaware, because the map,
I think it says it on the ticket, doesn't it?
what I'm saying is I was unaware of the first tickets that came because it happened in February of 2022. And I didn't get notice until probably November of the same year. And I just end up missing the court date because I was unaware. So I got the second batch that came in November, or December, that gave me the court date of the 6th of January, 2023, which is why I've taken care of everything so far. So it wasn't that I just was, delinquent and I just did not do it what I was supposed to do. It took it took almost 10 months for me to hear anything about tickets, about, of the sort. So I was just wondering, if I can get some leeway on that since, I have the valid license, I have the registration, I have valid insurance, everything has been taken care of. So I'm just trying to look, to see if I can get some type of leniency on these.
Ms. Horn, the other tickets involve a 16 to 20 mile per hour over posted speed ticket, and then he has expired plates and then no registration. He's indicating that he has the valid documentation for the registration and I guess the plates, but he still has to deal with the speeding ticket.
I'm well aware, and I would be greatly
Okay.
appreciative if I can.
Hold
get
on,
some
I
type
wasn't
of-
talking to you, Mr. Rogers. I was speaking to Ms. Horn.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Ratliff, can you run his Secretary of State record, please?
He stepped out. We'll recall this matter.
And is Officer Johnson on those tickets also, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay, so I would like to speak with Officer Johnson. And Officer Johnson, can you rejoin room, I believe 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, plus I want to talk to you about the Doherty file.
Okay.
Okay.
On the matter. All right, Mississippi People versus Joseph Davis, ticket number U476-15218, count 1, enter vacant building without written authorization. Good morning, please say your name for the record.
I'm Daniel Wozak on his behalf. Mr. Davis, will you tell the judge your name, please?
Joseph Davis.
Your Honor, this is set for trial. No officer has appeared. I am moving to dismiss.
Matter is dismissed without prejudice as the officer has failed to appear. You are all set, Mr. Davis. Thank you for your patience. We should have called you earlier. I don't know what happened, but you're all set, sir.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yeah.
I had paid like a $250 fee to come back to court. So I was trying to see, do I get that back?
If you have posted it with your correct address, Mr. Davis, that money will be returned to you. If you have changed your address, please notify the 36th District Court as soon as possible.
Okay. I got a couple traffic tickets. You can't handle that right now?
I'm unaware of those, Mr. Davis. Do you have a court date for them?
They for no proof of insurance, but I have the insurance.
Mr. Davis, I just need to know, do you have a court date for those tickets?
They told me I got to pay $70 for court fees or something to go back to court to show the proof.
I have to leave that to you, Judge.
Probably, let me look and see.
And Officer Hill, your client, DeMoss,
Good,
they
how are you, Judge?
dismissed his tickets because he had valid documentation for all his tickets.
Okay,
But DeMoss,
okay, sounds good.
all
Those
right.
are,
All right, thanks.
those are in default, Mr. Davis, so, I mean, they've already been adjudicated, you owe money on them.
Huh?
They're in default, you owe money on them.
You said I owe money on them?
Yes, it's the same situation, and they're from 2021, but,
I know, but I had proof of insurance for every vehicle I had.
already in default.
Mr. Davis, what the judge is trying to tell you is that you have 14 days to notify the court that you want to show those documents to them and get those dismissed. After the 14 days, if you have not requested they go to court, then they go into default and you will have to pay them.
Okay, but she accepted one, but she didn't accept the other one.
Yours are, what do you, accepted one, what are you talking about? One ticket?
I had filed 2 motions. I had filed 2 motions for proof of insurance. You accepted one of them and you ain't accept the other one. Because the person at the front counter, she didn't take the insurance and staple it to the paper, to the
Nothing, you are correct that you have 2 proof of insurance, no proof of insurance, civil infraction. I mean, I don't know what happened. Let's see. One was, they're both in default. One you only owe $70 on. Oh, that's because it just happened. June.
Yeah.
Of 2022. And then the other one is from
2021.
right. So you've incurred late fees because you haven't paid it.
Okay. And then for the speeding ticket, can I pay that with no points?
No, it's gonna be points because it's 6 to 10. It's gonna be points.
Okay. All right.
They're already in default. It's gonna be points for the 6 to 10. Because I don't know how many points that is. I think it might be 2 points, 1 or 2 points. I'm not sure.
Okay.
They're already in default. Like when you guys get these tickets, sometimes read them because I think it tells you what you need to do.
Well, okay.
I think it's like the back of the ticket. It tells you like what exactly you need to do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start reading the back of the tickets now.
It can save you a lot of trouble.
But okay, I handle that when it's when I come up with the money for the fees and stuff.
Okay, but everything else is closed out.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you.